So, what are logs? Logs are specific events that have been emitted by a system. They typically are in the JSON form, as you can see with this particular example here. So the logs are actually broken down by keys and values. And the log almost always contains some kind of message field. For example, you can see here, there's a message field and it has a breakdown of the particular product IDs that have been listed by the recommendation service. Now, this means that there's a message field that's typically unformed and the rest of the log is in a machine-readable format. Not all logs are in machine-readable formats, and so you'll typically have to do something like log parsing. Log parsing can be done in Coralogix very, very easily as part of the data flow analysis. But this is what a log is essentially. It's just a breakdown of a particular event that's happened within a system, and very, very commonly it's held in a machine-readable format like JSON, although it doesn't have to be. In Coralogix, you can ingest machine-readable formats or non-machine-readable formats and parse them into JSON. We strongly recommend that you produce your logs in JSON for two reasons. One, JSON is very easy to read, it's key values, as you can see here. But also two, it means that you get the most value out of your logs from day one without having to mess around with them too much. However, if it's not an option and you have to output in some kind of unstructured or custom format, then Coralogix is able to use regex parsing to turn those logs into more structured documents. That should be your goal with your logs, is to create single structured documents that contain everything they need in order to give you a really clear insight of what was happening. The power of logs in your observability stack is all about context. Logs contain a wealth of information that gives context to why something was happening. They're the only data type really that can tell you why something was occurring, because they can contain anything. So you could put custom messages in there to tell you what's actually going on in the system, rather than trailing metrics like latency and things like that will only tell you that something is going wrong or something strange is happening. So logs are incredibly important for your observability stack and your insight generation.